have your place to sleep for the night. Again, Rob's doing Rob things, and, well, Rooney doesn't know how to host that many guests, so he's kind of just standing there awkwardly.
We appreciate it. We're just gonna take a bit more of a walk around town, if you don't mind.
Oh, yeah. And, of course, Prince just standing in the house being very surly, which isn't helping to make Rooney any less uncomfortable.
You too, Gator. Let's go on.
He kind of just looks at you and snarls.
Yeah. As usual.
He's just like, yeah.
So, we all start walking around, and I guess now this would be the time. I pull out the map while everyone is nearby me. The map.
I assume that we're in a area where no one is, correct?
I think I would be smart enough to lead everyone there.
Woo! We could
Because
just
we
be
are
on the top of the tower.
Blasphemy to these people.
Alright, so we'll approach the Death Tower from the west.
So, from the look of this map, it seems like we'll be better off trying to get to the next town before we head directly for the tower. By next town, I mean that little port all the way up at the top. Also a port in Zanzibar. God, why is everything named so stupidly here?
Someone should punch him in the throat.
No, Nim, we're not gonna punch Zanzibar in the throat. Maybe.
That's not what Nim said, that's what Shaylin says.
Do you know anyone named Shaylin Merrymaker?
Nah, never heard of him. Must be one of Nim's friends back from school.
I, too, do not know who this Shaylin is.
Nim goes, I didn't have any friends named that.
That's your pet rock.
What is a pet rock?
And Celeste's just sitting there, her nose in her big old book. So, is that it? Just like you roll out the map and it's like, we should go here.
Oh yeah, we'll discuss strategies together.
Do you want to roleplay discussing strategies, or do you want to yada yada it?
I mean, I said my piece.
Yeah, I feel like it wouldn't be all that exciting.
Yeah.
This isn't a football game.
Fair enough.
Also, Nim has never disagreed with the party's choice, so I don't think it matters.
Yeah.
Nim's like, no, we gotta go to the furthest distance.
We need to go to the lighthouse in Zanzibar.
We need to go here! And she just slaps her fingers down and says...
She just smacks the map out of his hand and it gets into the mud.
And she just slams her finger down on a part of the map, and Sansa just looks at her like, Nim, that's the ocean. I don't care, we're going here!
Nim?
What's that little island off the desert? We'll just go there.
And people think I'm the dumb one. As Samson just looks into the camera.
Yes, we do.
Oh, fucking devolving into a goddamn sitcom. Anyway, so you do
When has this not been?
You do your strategizing, some arguing ensues, then some arguing doesn't ensue, and before you know it, it's nighttime.
Woo!
Wait, I wanted to find a magic-y person to ask.
You do have
But
tomorrow
magic
before you
ensures
leave,
what?
so...
No, let's have
Of
Nim
course, didn't
wandering
we
in the city
establish
at
that
night.
there's not really...
Yeah, let's do it!
Several times this has been established that there's like no magic-y people in this town.
I want to find the most magic-y people.
You You are the most magic-y people currently in town.
Dang it! This town sucks.
Don't tell that to this town. We'll get chased out.
So, what do you go bed? Wander the village at night?
Before heading into bed, Samson's just gonna go to the tavern and just start drinking a bunch.
Of course he is.
Hell yeah.
What else? What is everybody else's night preparations?
Oh yeah, I want to ask the tavern lady if she has any, like, just spare empty bottles of alcohol.
He kind of just looks at you and she's like, we typically reuse those. It's not exactly like we just, grow bottles. At least I don't think there's a bottle plant. You ever heard of a bottle plant?
I'm gonna be real honest with you, plants are a very new idea to me.
Her eyebrows just raise at that as like, okay.
I've lived in a desert my whole life.
Oh, poor baby.
Yeah, you get
You'll
used
make
to
everyone
it.
think you're really hardcore with talk like that.
Doesn't really get cold till it's nighttime.
They call
And then it
me
gets
a
really, really
sand person.
Oh, better.
Oh, I don't like that.
Lo and behold, I hate sand. It's coarse, it's rough, and it gets everywhere.
And it gets everywhere.
Man, I love sand.
So wait, so if he's a sand person, does that mean he's coarse and rough
It's
and gets everywhere?
Nah, the erosion of the sand means he's smooth and soft, and his surface is shine.
That is more correct.
Samson's the least edgy person you can ever meet. There's not a single point on him. Also,
true.
Also
He is
has a bad
pointless.
habit of making him dumb.
I'm half tempted to have them go get some juice from the tavern.
Become less half tempted. Either become full tempted or not tempted at all.
One other thing. Do you think you might be able to spare a few things for, people on the go? We're looking to head up to, also a port in Zanzibar. All the way through the savannah and, could use a few things.
Name it.
Yeah. Fruit, vegetables, some meat to cook.
What kind of meat?
Ooh, I hear that snail meat, once it's washed, is really, really good.
It's okay. Not as good as Hydrask though, but
Ooh, I had Granny Zan's hydras soup.
Lucky bastard!
Yeah,
Man, it's not every day that that stew gets passed around.
she was real insistent on it.
Hey, well, of course, she's Granny.
Yep. Nice old lady.
In fact, it's only once a year where she literally forces Gilmford to go out and get more than one Hydrask. I can't exactly remember why, but she starts cooking up a storm. By the time she's done, there's enough preserved soup to go around, and at least everybody gets a bowl. It's a big thing.
When does that normally happen? You say it's like once a year. Is it like in the summer? Did we just miss it?
Nah, it was way earlier in the year.
Ah. Oh well.
Although,
I'd love to
from
I'd
what I
love to be
remember-
there for it.
Yeah, maybe. She always says something about, like, it's new, gotta do new things. I don't really know what she's talking about, but, she's old.
Yeah, the old can start rambling on about things, but that Granny Zan, she's a nice one.
Yeah. That stick hurts a whip, though.
Oh, tell me about it. If I hear the word cottage one more time, I think my bones might just, like,
Snap.
snap.
Anyway, back on track. What kind of meat you want?
Oh, I think I'll go with snail meat.
Alright. As she disappears into the back for a little while. And you don't know where she went. You're still just drinking it. But when she comes out, she just has 3 big bags. She just slaps them in front of you. And she just hits one. Fruits, vegetables, meat. Here you go.
Alright, do these have tags on them?
Yeah. Literally.
Okie dokie.
It's like a mom just packed lunches.
Samson wouldn't know what that's like anymore.
Yeah.
I've also never eaten a packed lunch. I don't know what that's like either.
It's not like it's 3 bags of Lunchables. It's just, you know, one bag's filled with fruit, another one's filled with vegetables, and another one's filled with meat.
One's filled with ham and cheese Lunchables, the
And
other's
they're all
filled
cut
with
into
pizza
heart shapes.
Lunchables.
And they each have, like, notes on them that says, don't die. Otherwise, it's a waste of food, you understand? I'm kidding.
For the love of God, don't die. So yeah, anything more you gotta say for that, or you just take the bags, finish your drink, and go?
You know, like, thank you.
I'll give my thanks and head back after throwing those things into the bag of holding. How much would you say they are? Or guess this is no, this is a perfect time to use that new chat.
Yeah.
Let's continue.
I'm actually surprised that you didn't say, so what do I owe you for it? Because you always say that.
I mean, I was already told several times that people just don't trade for food.
You know what? You make an excellent point.
I might be dumb, that don't mean I don't learn.
You just learn at a slower rate. You know, like a snail moving through the forest.
Yeah. I shoot faster than I learn, what can I say?
Rooney objects. I jest, of course, but anyway. What's Yala doing?
She didn't. What?
It sounded like you fucking choked.
What? No, I coughed.
Yeah, but it was.
Loud?
It is absolutely allowed, but it was just the way it's like, so what's Yala doing? And it's like, ha! As if you were drinking something.
That's
and
because
it
I was
just...
trying to talk, and then my throat said, "No, I have something to do first."
Wait, no, hold that thought, fam. Let me do this.
Wait. Before Yala takes her turn, Throat has to make their turn.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there's my action. You can go now.
But yeah, she just would have hung out at the house with Rooney.
With Rooney, or just like in the same vicinity as Rooney?
I mean, yes.
Okay. The actual dialogue, or do you just sit there, like, staring at a wall?
I
It's
mean,
like two cats just stare at each other.
they could have had a chat, but I don't know what about because I am not a conversationalist, and neither is the character I play.
Probably about the kid.
Yeah, I mean, he could ask about the kid again.
He could ask about the kid, or... Because I thought Shay was referring to Rob, but I might be wrong.
Well, I know,
was.
but what Shay said reminded me of the other thing. I feel like it would be weird for them to just discuss Rob for, like, however long since he's out drinking.
So,
Like-
Rob, he likes legs. Yeah, I noticed. But yeah, no, are they going to have a conversation about Hyala Kid? Normal Hyala clone?
Spawn of Hyala.
Normal
I mean-
Hyala copy?
He's not going to bring it up. But
Well-
if he thinks she was keeping it back just because other people were around.
Well,
Yeah.
let's say Rooney does ask.
Okay. Yeah, she'd still keep it more or less vague because that's how she is. But just sort like she says enough to indicate that like, yeah, I have a kid.
So, what are they like?
She'll look kind of distant for a moment. She's like, well, the few times I've had the availability to go and see her, she was still very small.
You were not able to stay with her?
Bitch, I'm busy.
It's what Nim thinks all parents say.
You think Nim thinks parents think stuff. That was a lot of things in that sentence.
I think.
I don't.
I didn't count.
Anyway.
I'm not as think as you think I am.
Continue.
But yeah, she'll just explain that the school wouldn't let her ditch super long term, so she goes when she can, and then she got this letter that dragged her out here.
To hell, no offense, but to hell.
So, yeah.
So Rennie kind of just looks down for a minute. His ears are just flat. Just sad
like
kitty
you
face.
were
And he's
saying.
like, oh. What is a school?
So she will first start with a disclaimer that her school's not like most, and that most of them are there to teach you things. But hers is more like survival camp, where they basically just try to kill you, and if you don't die, you graduate.
What's that spin-off of Percy Jackson?
Murder school.
The Trials of Zanzibar?
Well, no, because like Camp
Whoa.
Half-Blood is like the toned-down version, and then there's one free.
I take insult to that, mister.
Oh.
Are you talking to me? Because you said Mister.
No, you're a missus. I think.
Yeah, so I've been told.
I didn't know. I thought you didn't have a wife, Shay.
I don't.
Then how are you a missus?
Isn't Mrs. the one that with that's not married?
No, that was
Mrs. Married. This is. Wait, no.
Mrs.
Mrs. is married, right?
Yes,
Huh?
yes.
I'm in a
yes.
country. A lot of stuff is backwards. Don't at me, please.
I'm at you.
Adding so hard. What was that? Did you go on fucking alarm?
Ah, you beat me to it.
We'll get faster, Scrib.
Anyway, I'm sorry I don't have a wife.
Yeah, me too.
Oh.
What? I don't even know why I said that.
I don't know either.
But it's on recording now. Oh well.
All
Let
right.
it be known, the owner of Samson ships fucking Mrs. Shay.
What?
I don't know why I
Anyway,
said that.
Pressing fast forward. So Kiala's kid explaining school. Go.
That's it. She at some point would attempt to change the subject and start asking him questions.
And he'll answer those.
Cool.
Where's Nim been this whole time? Did you ever get juice?
Hold on. I'll roll a D2 and we'll find out.
Yeah. Well, Kiala would try to hint to Nim to leave, except she doesn't think it'd work.
So no. And how do you hint for him to leave?
Poorly.
Probably vaguely.
I'm gonna need specifics, otherwise I don't know.
That's the
I
problem.
don't know. She'd probably just like glance at her once.
Yeah, Nim's not getting that.
So does Nim just sit there through the entire conversation?
I will say that if they're talking about like their personal lives, no offense to you guys, but Nim's gonna play with a kid with dancing lights.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Is drunk mom back yet? Samson, where the fuck are you?
Drink it.
Damn. Nobody got anything they want to do? Because if not, y'all just can go to bed.
Yeah, I think that might be best.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, no. Y'all go to bed. At some point in time, Celeste and Prin come back, go to bed.
Yeah.
Samson wanders in. Is he fucking plastered?
Not like plastered, but like he's got a good buzz. It was mostly just ale, like he was having with lunch.
Yeah. And then it's the morning. You wake up, and today's the day where, you know, you have stuff to do.
Let's sleep in.
Now, well, Nim wakes up because she remembers she's got to go see Lawrence. And she's getting the hang of this whole adventurers wake up early.
Or they get carried like potatoes.
I thought you were going to say you're just going to drag Nim next time.
Well, yes.
By the ankle.
Unloved potatoes.
Nim's default state, unloved potatoes.
That's no unloved potatoes.
Anyway. Nim wakes up. Does anyone else wake up as early as Nim does?
Samson might, yeah. Yeah.
Does Rooney wake up early?
He's a baby. He sleeps.
I mean, Rooney's a cat. Rob's the baby.
Right, you're right. I'm smooth brain, don't mind me.
I thought you just actually meant he's the kind of person who just sleeps in. I was like, ah.
He could still be baby.
Yeah.
You're right. Very well. Where is my gavel? It is signed into law. When Nim wakes up, Rooney is, you know, just
Baby.
curled around Rob, trying his best to surround him in fluffy fur. They are both asleep, like baby, in nest.
Nim asks Samson, Can we just leave, or do we have to wake them up? She's whispering to not wake them up.
Why the hell would we wake them up? It's his house.
I don't know what the procedure is for hosting people and waking up sooner than them.
We leave and we go do what we go to do. I don't see why this is an issue.
Common
Y'all-
courtesy.
Yeah. Is y'all up yet?
She'd be up.
I'd imagine like she'd be up way earlier than both of us. Just just scoots in right behind us. It's like,
Hello.
y'all, you're up.
She probably like woke up extra early to practice archery. She's just like secretly embarrassed.
Do you want me to recap the list of things you gotta do today?
We got to go get our water bug. We gotta go get our poison. We gotta go get our weapons when they're done. By the hour, I do pretty much mean mine.
Yeah.
Let's do things. Get them weapons back.
Yeah. So I guess we get the poison first.
So, yeah, no, if you want to do that first.
Yeah. I guess we'll head over to Lawrence.
You just show up?
I mean, like, Nim has to guide me to his store because I've never been there.
Yeah, I don't want to just yada yada you there. If you want to actually do something,
You can-
say something about doing it, then, like, fine. But otherwise, I'll always let you just go with your thing.
No, you could just yada yada us. I don't think there's very much to be said at the moment.
Fair enough. But, you know, that's the general rule of thumb. I'm always going to let you say what you want to act out. So if you don't want to do that, let me know. In future.
Woo.
Okay.
So, you know, you show up at Lawrence bright and early at the morning. Who knocks on the door?
I'll do it.
So, you knock on the door, and Lawrence comes out, and he just looks through the pane of glass at the three of you, and he's like... He just opens it slowly with a creak, and he's like, "Hello, duckies. I haven't even had coffee yet."
I'm not sure what coffee is, but
Samson deflates, losing all of his health and vitality, and becomes a pancake on the floor.
yeah,
What?
because of that picture shape put in chat.
This isn't
Oh, you
unloved potatoes.
Oh, you hoodlums. I'm not sure what the heck coffee is, but I was gonna say, you wanna go grab breakfast?
Sure, hold on. As he just walks across into the back of his house, and he just gestures for you to come in, and it really is just like a hunting lodge. But you can kind of assume he lives there.
I was thinking about him saying, I've never been in such a small foyer before.
Nice
I'm
digs.
not gonna have you do that.
Do you say that to Lawrence Sampson?
No,
I do.
Your name's not Samson.
it is not.
Yes, it is.
God fucking damn it. I am going to smack both of you with a single hand.
I'm literally answering for me.
I know! But when I'm telling her that I'm not talking to her, I'm talking to you, you're like, yeah, you're talking to me, I'm Samson. It's like, oh my god!
I'm Samson.
You fucking terrible twins! Cease your nonsense! Anyway, so he just looks at you and he's like, thank you. Hunted everything here myself.
Wow, even the wood?
What?
I assume it's a wood building, isn't it?
Yeah, it's wood.
Yeah, that's why I said even the wood.
No, as he looks at you, no, Mr. Green, I did not hunt the trees for the wood.
It's a joke. Even I know that you don't hunt trees. As far as I know, they don't move.
Humor
Does Nim know about,
They move?
Just makes them easy prey.
As he just grabs a small basket and a steaming cup of what you can only assume to be the mysterious liquid he was talking about, just looks at you and holds up the mug. He's like, humor does not come before my dirty bean water. As he just takes a swig of it.
Drinking beans?
Yeesh.
if you don't drink the beans, they'll drink you.
Please tell me Nim actually says this.
No, because Shag's a coward.
Why wouldn't him say this?
Because it's funny.
Howard! Howard! I'm gonna remove your point of inspiration if you stop being so uninspired.
Nim doesn't have one, because you keep saying no.
That is
Oh
true.
yeah,
you did
right.
say just kidding.
Everyone else has inspiration except for happened to him.
I
Yeah.
thought it was just me.
Every time I do a funny,
No,
you're
Shella
like,
got
it's
one."
not quite funny enough for that, though.
Yeah, Yella got one. I don't remember what for, but I know she got one.
I remember. It was funny.
It was for genuinely the dumbest thing. It was for something I do all the time.
Well, yeah, that's genuinely how it worked.
Woo.
Yeah. But anyway, he just shakes his head and he's like, "Man, I do like you kids, but God, you make everything more difficult somehow." Here, as he takes out like a little round jar and he just shoves it into Samson's hand, is like, "Poison antidote from the wasp thoraxes. Yes, I know you said you wanted poison. No, you had no idea what you were talking about." And this, as he holds up a fairly thick-walled, jar, stopped tight with a lid. He just holds it in his hands, and it's completely clear. It looks like water. "This is your poison from the patootie feathers. It's pretty thick. You heat dry it onto whatever you want it on, be it Varus, arrowheads, what have you. Do not let it get on you."
I'd imagine not.
He
Those,
just shoves it
seems
in.
rather potent.
And he just shoves it into Nim's hand and is just like, "There. Oh, bean water. Was there anything else I was supposed to get you? 3?
A more
5?
pleasant attitude, maybe? I'm kidding.
I mean, this is nice and all. I didn't expect you to have it done like right away. I was just wondering if you want to grab something to eat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I need food.
Never got a chance to thank you for all your help.
You learn living here that you either help people or, well,
They
you don't
die.
live very long.
Um,
Specifically, you don't live very long. So,
Yeah,
it's
we
in-
don't. We wouldn't. I don't think we'd be living much longer without your help.
And again, no offense, but as far as I think many people see outsiders, if you guys are gonna die here, you're gonna die here. There's nothing we can do to stop you. And it's certainly not like you can go torch and pillage us. You know, on account of... As he just points in a general direction that you don't know what he's pointing at, but you can assume he knows what he's pointing at. You know,
The bagel shop.
I'm so tempted.
Zanzibar bagels.
Zanzibar Bagel. Hi, welcome to Zanzibar Bagel, home of the bagel shop. Home of the Zanzibar Bagel. What would you like today?
I'll have a Zanzibar bagel. with
Hey,
the
can I
side
get a
of,
sword?
Zanzibar chips.
Can I get a
Fresh
sword
out of
bagel?
swords.
Can I get a sort of bagel?
Well,
I hate
you're in luck. Here's the last sort of bagel of the day.
Woo!
Anywho's a what you calls it.
Yeah, that.
I legit thought that skit was gonna go on long enough for me to get water.
We could go.
Ah,
on.
you fool!
I'm half tempted to have them be like, my dad would probably throw a party if I died here, so it's neither here nor there. But it's
That
too
was-
early for that talk.
That
This
was a
is
terrifying
why you
scare.
don't have inspiration!
Fight me!
Yeah. Also,
I
you have
will!
to care
When
about
and
your
where?
existence to be happy you were gone.
You know, you're right. You are so right.
So Lawrence is just standing there staring at the three of you like,
Are we getting breakfast or not?
Yeah, let's go.
Food.
yeah, let's go get breakfast. Ugh.
How's the ear?
As you talking to him, and he just stops, he's like, "What'd you say?"
Ah, that's how the ear is.
And I
Oh.
thought I had a complicated relationship with my father.
You do.
Well, yeah. But he's never shot me.
Hey,
Yeah.
same.
Yeah, I'll meet you over at the tavern. As he exits the building. He starts walking. I gotta go see how old, loud, and cranky he is. Yeah, as you just see him
Bring him water.
As you see him start walking over to the farm.
Don't get shot.
Again.
So yeah, now you go over to the tavern and go get breakfast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you enter the tavern, and not long after, you see old Joe just kicking the door, and he's like, "Wee! Another morning, Bradley, on eat food, woo!" And Lawrence just comes in behind him, still sipping that mug, but as he goes to take a sip, he just stops and he just turns it over, and nothing comes out, and he's like, "I hate mornings."
I'd hate to be that guy.
Just as soon as you say that, Joe comes bounding up to Samson. He just wraps his arms all around. He's like, "Hey, what are you doing today? I'm gonna get some food. Gonna get some food. Me, water bugs all ready for you. You know what I'm
I'd love to say I heard what you said, but I heard the most disconjointed robot voice I've ever heard.
Okay, so it's not me.
Yeah.
That was possibly the single best time it could have gotten robot.
I think we should just have that be what happened, and none of us actually know what this man is.
You too.
This man
my friend.
glitched in real life.
We all just like finger gun. Yeah. Whatever you just said.
Yeah.
So, gonna order food or?
Yeah, we'll just say we like order breakfast and everything.
Yeah.
Meat.
Meat.
Nim has eggs and bacon.
Or the closest Zanzibarian equivalent.
Yeah, close to Zanzibar. Whatever their equivalent of apple juice is.
Snaking.
Black eggs with blood red yolk.
Okay, no, not blood red yolk, because that implies...
Edgy DeviantArt eggs.
Blood pudding.
Oh no, blood pudding's so gross.
Yeah.
Snail
Well, not that
bacon.
taste actually matters.
Purple
to Nim.
snail bacon.
Look, if it tastes gross, Nim can literally change the flavor. It doesn't matter.
But yeah, no. So, what's the next thing you want to act out?
I assume Lawrence sits down, but does he sit down with his dad or us?
I'd say he sits down with all of you.
So Joe is sitting down with us as well?
Well, as much sitting as Joe does.
Nim
I
sits
have no
the
knees.
He
Nim
just,
sits
sit,
the furthest possible.
just standing at the table, kind of just bobbing up and down, bending his knees. An unnatural, unholy amount of morning energy.
Nim just doesn't want to get shot, so Nim doesn't say a fucking word.
Oh.
Yeah, I genuinely don't know where you want to drive this, so by all
I
means,
mean-
take the wheel.
There's like, what is there more to say?
You wanted to take him out to breakfast.
Yeah, just, shoot the shit. Say thank you. Tell them that, gonna be taking the snail once, everyone is, after our stuff's done at the armory. And, yeah.
How much poison do I have, by the way?
Oh yeah, I asked about that, too.
I mean, antidote, that's what it is.
I'll figure out the size of the jars later.
Okay.
Jars.
Cheers.
Jars.
Cheers.
Cheers.
So, yeah, you shoot the shit.
Yeah,
Thank
you know.
Lawrence for his help.
Exactly.
You finish up breakfast and go to the blacksmith?
Wait, Nim has a question.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
So Nim asked Lawrence, "What's a wallaby?"
And Lawrence kind of just looks at her. He's like, you know, I don't know. It's something the old man used to say. Not that old man. The other old man.
Which
kinda-
old man?
Zanzibar?
He just he again points in that general direction, as if everybody just has a fucking internal compass for this place.
Which they would.
Yeah.
So Nim nods.
The tower is magnetic.
There's a lot of things that, well, the old geezer done and said and did, and a lot of funny expressions in one of the ways he said people used to talk. Always used to, never real. I don't know why that is.
What kind of funny expressions?
Tumbleweed, ducky, wallaby. I like the sound of it all, so I kind of adopted it, and still trying to get it just right to where it sounds the way he does, but Joe's just looking at it, starts shaking her fingers like, you know better than talking all the weird stuff, and when I want to cabin, I want me, I want to talk like me! Talk like your pa! And Lawrence just looks at us like,
Ah, yes.
never. And they just start having a staring contest. This narrow eye, just ungrateful shit. That was his father. In case you
Oh,
needed
yeah, I
context.
Oh yeah, that we got.
Nim decides to look at her now empty cup of juice and pretends there's juice in there.
Weirdo.
She's fake drinking, so she doesn't have to respond to that.
Ah, yes, fake drinking. Drinking, but it's fake.
Yeah.
Ooh. Imaginary drinking.
So I assume that we go through all this till probably around noon.
You have
Oh, we stay there from breakfast to dinner. I mean lunch.
Because there's nothing else to do.
yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah, because didn't the blacksmith say it'd be ready around noon?
It'd be ready around noon, and I told him I'd treat him to a drink afterwards.
Fair enough. Do you ask anything of Joe about the water bug in that time?
What's-
Actually. So what is it like? Do the water bugs just live off water?
And you just see Joe take a big, deep breath, and Lawrence's eyes just go wide, and he just starts scooting his chair away. Hey, say, wild about a big old bug, and they eat about green, and they eat wild. Where? A drink roller. But they're moist. They're very moist. They're very stinky because they're so moist. And they
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. What the hell did he just say?
He said they're moist.
No, not the moist part.
They're stinky because they're
Not
moist.
that part either. The
They're not
important
stinky.
part. They don't need to eat.
They eat green, and they eat water.
Okay.
Uh-oh, they're gonna eat Samson.
Oh,
shit.
no.
Oh no, I'm green and mostly water.
I'm a green jellyfish. Help!
Glub glub.
Glub, glub.
Jellyfish with a gun.
Jellyfish with a gun.
With a
Bang.
big jelly on
No
his
fingers to
head.
pull the trigger.
Big jelly on his head. He had many mighty stingers all around his crowd. I want to go on with that, but I'll just write the parody down and save it for later.
So, he tells us that
Anyway.
they
So continue on. He's like, they use all that water to ferment the green they eat a lot of green. I munch, stuff it away. Go through tons.
So, like, how much green we talking?
Double the buy weight typically. Did you hear that, or do you need clarification?
I need
Did you say a
clarification. I
barrel
did not hear
worth?
that.
Double their body weight.
Oh my
Oh.
god.
How much do they weigh?
Does
A
y'all
lot.
ask that?
Sure. Even though
Unless
she's
you-
probably missed most of this conversation. She's like trying to listen and is just like, okay, this is too weird.
Kiala's the lucky one.
He just starts smacking his lips a few times. Like, you ever weigh a hat before? You ever weigh a house before?
Can't say that I have.
Kiala lives in igloos. I feel like there's kind of a discrepancy.
Nim lives in a mansion. I feel like these are different scales.
This entire time, Lawrence is just pinching his nose. He just looks at it. He's like, typical average weight for a water bug is anywhere from 600 to 800 pounds, depending on whether or not it's male or female, and also depending on whether or not a female is in her gestation period or not. And you just see Joe sitting there, he's like, oh my god, you do listen. My boy listens to me. He listens, he learns.
That's a lot of green. Every day?
And they both kind of look at you real quick, like, hell no! In
Oh,
unison.
thank goodness. Oh, thank goodness.
You feed.
They would have died so fast.
Lawrence goes on, he's like, you feed a water bug that much, it's gonna pop! No! You feed them that much about every 2 weeks. They sit there and then they ferment it, you tumbleweed.
How am I supposed to know? You think I got a water bug where I came from? I ain't got water where I came from.
Ain't got brain where you come from either.
I'll show you brain where I come from.
Anywho, so
Joe's
Nim
just
clears her
looking
throat and goes, I lost my entire train of thought.
Nim just goes, I have lost my train
And then we
of
all look
thought.
at him and she's just like, sip juice.
Not even doing the action, she just says it. Just sip juice.
Insert action here. Beep boop. Anyway,
I knew it.
so Nim goes, so we feed them every 2 weeks. When the one we're taking, when was the last time it was fed? Well, borrowing, she says. The one we're borrowing.
And, you know, Joe just looks at you and is like, I'm not sure I paid one empty belly. Empty belly, that's right. Empty. You need clarification, don't
We're
you?
gonna need to feed it.
Yes. Yes, you do.
Alright. Well, it's a good thing we're going through the grasslands.
Yeah.
Any other questions?
Nim asks,
How do you lead it? Like, is it just set to, do you think it's just gonna follow us? Do we need to, like, get on top and steer it? Like,
Say you get on and steer.
Well, typically, you know, they're not usually used for transport, but they are smart enough to follow the road. Honestly, that's about it.
That's good enough. Guess I didn't take that off-road and was going to be a good idea anyway, so that just doubles it.
And that's why you need a set path for the desert. Which, did you figure that out yet?
Yeah, we got it all pinned down.
Oh,
no, we spent the entire night avoiding that very question because we didn't want to.
Nim doesn't say that.
Nim does not.
Oh.
Coward!
Goddamn.
Nim's polite. I am not.
You're also a coward.
You can fight me.
I will. I'll win.
So yeah, no, for the water bug, I almost called her water bear. You
Water
are not-
bear!
You are not riding a giant tardigrade. Not yet.
Mhm.
Not yet, at least.
Not yet.
Maybe.
They good.
Water bear boot the snake. But yeah, no. You don't really have to worry about leading it. It'll follow whatever path you generally tell it to go.
Alright. Sounds like a plan to me.
So yeah, it's about noon. Whether or not it's high noon, I leave to the discretion of the Variation.
Nim asks, what's the bear's name? Bug, I mean.
Yeah, that's what I thought you meant. Who's swatting a fly?
I'm swatting the computer. I've asked this question 3 times.
Did you?
Yes.
I haven't heard you ask. I only heard you ask it that last time.
I have also only heard you ask it that last time.
We're stuck in a time loop.
Maybe.
Yep, the Nim asks, what's the bug's name?
A bear bug name. Bug
My
bear?
name is there, my game.
I ain't giving you no bug bear. I'm giving you a water bug. We're two different things.
Boomhauer.
But what's its name?
Name? I don't know. You name it. They're water bugs. They go out in the field. They do things. They shit, eat, poop, and sleep, and doing them and all sorts of things. I have time for names. What do I look like?
I'm pretty sure
Someone
he
with
named
time
it.
for names.
Are you sure he
Anyway.
named it?
I'm fairly sure he named it.
I thought he was very adamant that he didn't name it.
I mean,
That's
he is
what I
now.
recall, anyways.
I could have sworn he gave it a name.
I don't remember that ever having a name. Because
Nim is going to call it.
Because I asked him which one are we taking, and then he told me.
They're all the same.
I don't remember its name.
I'm going to call it Liron.
Leroy.
I mean, it's someone else's turn to name the animal, so go for it.
I'll tell you
Nim's
this
like, I'm going
much.
to call him Liron.
I'll tell you this much. It is a girl, though.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
girl named Leron.
I was
Yeah.
not aware that Leron was a unisex name. I have been.
It is now.
schooled. I have been awoken.
Yeah, Nim's going to pry your third eye open, whether you want to be or not.
With a crowbar.
Yeah.
The third eye open. I don't know why it made
Nim
me
goes-
think of that song, but it did.
Nim goes, I'm going to name her Leroy. Lebron, whatever I said.
Leron Leroy.
Leroy.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, no, it's settled. I think it's about time of day for me to collect my fixins. Come on, Prin.
Yeah, you just,
Howdy ho!
yeah. Begrudgingly, he rolls his eyes and gets up. Clearly fed up with the peasants that are around him.
Oh my god. So, do Nim, Kiala, Celeste, Lawrence, and Joe just chill in the tavern?
Do you?
I don't think so. Hiala wants to get away from.
Joe?
Yeah.
Same.
Because this is Yella's first time meeting Joe.
Well, besides the fucking gunfight.
Which she
No,
wasn't there
she was
for.
there.
Oh yeah.
She literally is just like, I have no idea who this guy is, but I guess he's important.
Yeah, in my headcanon, Hyala did in fact show up and was like, hello.
I was here the whole time.
Yeah, I know. I really wanted that to be the case. That would have been fucking funny.
Have you tried relaxing?
She's just like, okay, this guy's clearly had some kind of a stroke.
And
He's
it
too
is
hard
not-
to interpret. And I don't care enough about what he says to pay enough attention.
Yeah, Nim took notes because that's what Nim's like.
So like, Samson seems to be understanding. He can translate stroke victim to common.
It's true. Nim understood about half of what he said, and so all she ended up drawing after the 800-pound and 2-week part was a water bear with an arrow pointing out, saying Leroy Leron. And she wrote it in Goblin, so no one knows what she's writing.
So its
But-
actual name is.
Yes.
As always.
Of course.
Exactly.
Naturally.
Man, where's your friend when you need him?
Oh yeah, to decipher Nim's notes, where everything else is written in common except this last part.
Yeah, we should have just brought him with us.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, he has to go save Samson's mom, remember?
That's true.
Mark.
So you're going to the blacksmith?
I'm going to the blacksmith.
To
Alright.
the blacksmith.
Walk us in.
Hey there, old timer. How's everything going?
Hey, how are you?
I'm good.
You sound tired, mister.
Did Nim
Nim,
follow
you're not
them?
Nim, you're not here. Go away.
I guess Nim followed them.
No, we agreed we wanted out of that tavern.
So it's just Celeste, Joe, and Lawrence. You left Celeste in the tavern. So yeah, he looks at you and he's like, well, I was up for, all night.
True.
God damn.
Nim goes, you should try that coffee thing Lawrence was talking about.
That did seem to keep him up from a bad night's sleep or lack of night's sleep.
Coffee's for the weak.
What's for the
Probably.
strong?
Booze.
You know what? I gotta agree with him. Nim, I think you should stick to the coffee.
As Prin just rolls his fucking eyes and starts groaning.
You too there, Prin.
Prin looks at Samson, just like, shut up, Samson.
It's like he never left.
Man, maybe I can act, Prin. Wow! Surprisingly not that hard! And then Prin just says to both of them, I just want my armor and I want it now. I'm tired of being dressed in this. As he gives back the blacksmithing shirt that the blacksmith gave him.
I'd hope that's not what he says.
Well,
through certain circumstances, there is no ability to correct for this. Therefore, going on previous documentation, one would be left to believe this would in fact be how Prin would act.
yeah.
It seems lore compliant.
Seems legit. Nothing. No need to second check.
Yeah. So, yeah, no. Prin gets his armor back, which has been upgraded. As promised, perfectly detailed and retained in its original form. Fitted with... Go on, you were gonna say?
No, I was just gonna say, but like made out of the new material.
Yeah, just layered on top and forge welded together, so it's like black and gold with all the other fixings and decorations. Samson's armor is much the same, though not as ornate and gaudy. And
Was it ever ornate?
Yeah, I don't know. That's for you to tell me.
I'd say, like, the only difference is, like, this is now just studded leather armor.
Yeah. Well, I would say it's probably more like bands. Yeah, flexibility, but it's not like little bumps of metal. It's banded.
Aren't you sparkly today?
Sparkle.
Yeah.
And your bracers. Don't forget your bracers.
Yep. The bracers and everything.